83%, 214%, 133%. These are not just numbers, these are percentage of revenue spent by some state on just pensions. Now, let me show you a data of the expenditure of revenue by all the states of India in 2019 and 20 by the RBI. But the question is, why? Now, why are these governments spending so much money on just pensions? For this, you will need to know about the old pension scheme and the new national pension scheme. According to the old pension scheme, after retirement, 50% of the basic salary plus DA is paid to every retired employee. So, for example, if the basic salary at the time of retirement was 1 lakh, then the pension will be 50,000 plus DA. Now, DA stands for dearness allowance. This is the amount given taking care of inflation, expenditure, etc. Now, the amount of DA is between 4% to 38% for the central government employees. So, if we consider 4% as the DA, then every month 2,000 will be paid to the employee. Also, the scheme is under the pay-as-you-go format. That is, the government need to pay this from its own budget. The scheme is not bad for the employees, but for the government, it says a different story. So, if, for example, the market is down and the government is under loss, then too, they will have to pay the employee the said amount plus DA every month. Pretty awesome, right? Especially during these times. Yeah, but it is a big financial burden. So if we look at the pension chart once again, then apart from all the northeast states, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Himachal Pradesh, Odisha are some states that are spending a huge amount on pensions. The amount could have been easily used for developmental purposes. Here comes the National Pension Scheme. In this scheme, the money to give a pension is actually debited from the employee's salary in the same way as the Provident Fund. Under the National Pension Scheme, 10% of the salary of the central government employee is debited and invested in the pension fund of the employee. Also, the government too invests 10% of itself in the same fund. So, if the basic salary of the employee is 1 lakh, then the government will deduct 10,000 rupees from the employee's salary and invest it in a pension fund. And the government will also add 10,000 rupees further in the pension fund from its own pocket. That means in total 20,000 rupees are added to the pension fund every month. Now, this money is further invested by the government in bonds, equities, funds, etc., from where the government gets returns. The government itself manages this investment and they never invest the amount together in a single place. Hence, the returns are generally positive. Now, if, for example, the time of retirement, the pension fund amount is 1 crore rupees, then he will have the option to withdraw 60% of the amount and keep the rest in the fund. That is, you can withdraw 60 lakh for immediate use and the remaining 40 lakh will be saved in the fund, and annual returns will be paid to you on this amount as a pension. Supposedly, if the return rate is 10% per annum, then on 40 lakh you will get 4 lakh per annum as a pension. Earlier, at the time of its inception, that is 2004, the scheme was limited to only central government employees, but after 2009, the scheme can be opted for by anyone who is doing any job. Because of the pension fund and its investment, the market goes up as there are lakhs of crores of rupees floating in the market, which is helping the government in times of crisis or to balance the economy. But please don't think that the effect of this scheme will be visible in an instant. People who have been getting the pension through old pension scheme will continue getting it, and hence till each and every one of them is dead, the old pension scheme will be draining money from the government's revenue. So we can expect a strong economy at least after 20 years.